So the difference between music therapy and neurologic music therapy. Music therapy is based on a social science model, working on using social emotional and working on socialization, like in groups and songwriting and singing and playing instruments and turn taking and participation. It's more about socialization, social science model.
Mhm.
The neurologic music therapy is based on a neuroscience model on how rhythm directly affects the brain. Research has been done on how rhythm is processed in the brain and how it can affect and impact the body and in the cognitive and the sensory motor and speech areas. So that is a different level of training.
Mhm.
And it is significantly different in the approaches. So when I'm in the school system, it's more like music therapy because it's more social, it's more, in a group setting. When I'm doing work with individual clients, that is very NMT based. So I'm going to now say NMT. It's just a little bit
Yep,
easier
yep,
to
yep.
refer
Mhm.
to that.
Yep.
Rhythm is processed in the cerebellum and the brainstem, which is subcortical. So that means we're not even thinking about how to move to a beat because it's happening below conscious level, conscious thinking. So a good example of that is a baby, like music is turned on, a baby's sitting there and all of a sudden starts bopping. You know that that baby's not thinking about the rhythm. You know the baby isn't consciously trying to bop to the beat. What happens is that musical information, the auditory cue, whatever it is going into the auditory system. And actually, the auditory system, it's the fastest system. So that rhythm, that music is processed within 3 to 4 seconds subcortically. With regards to NMT, it's using drums, using movement to help integrate those sensory systems. So, for example, if we're drumming, we're incorporating the proprioceptive system, even by tapping on and hitting the drum, coordinating the visual, looking, moving, and then the proprioceptive system is actively engaging with the motor and the joints to be able to move, adjust to the drums, and so then that tempo is generally based on what their internal tempo is, like their internal cadence. So I usually get that by their walking, their gait, so their steps per minute. And then I'll set the metronome to that pulse.
Mm.
And that's generally where I start.